May I ask po if you were able to receive the PDF copy of Set E? Nakuha po natin, I hope po, no? Okay. Okay, that's good to know po. And if you could notice, that particular set is actually, most of them are dealing about sequences and series. So let's see if you are able to got them correctly. So again, I am Mr. Kim J.C. Ensho and your discussant for tonight. And I will be discussing with you licensure examination for teachers or LET review for mathematics majors. Permit me to close my camera because my signal right now is kinda unstable po. And for the directions, write the letter of the correct answer before the number. If the correct answer is not found among the choices, I would suggest write E. Okay po. So let's begin. Okay, number 1. A bookshop sells certain books for 1,350 pesos and charges 150 pesos for shipping the book to an address within the city, regardless of the number of copies of the books ordered. Which equation gives a total cost Y of an order as a function of the number of books ordered as X? What is your answer po? Okay, what letter is your answer? Did you go for A, B, C, or D? Let's see. Okay. So far, to those who answered, all of you answered A. Okay, and let's see if you got it right. If actually, the cost of purchasing X books at 1,350 each is 1,350X. You simply have to multiply the number of books with its price. That's why 1,350X. But the shipping fee is fixed at 150 regardless of the number of books na ordered, diba? So ano pong gagawin natin sa dalawang to? With 1,350X and 150, we should add them. Tama po ba?
Plus.
Yes. That's why the total payment Y as a function of X is Y is equal to 1,350X plus 150. So if you answered A, great job po. Okay. Next number. Number 2. How about ito po? Kim earns 7,500 per week in salary plus 5% commission on her weekly sales. She needs 15,000 pesos in a particular week. How much her weekly sales should be? So, try po. Okay, what do you think is the answer here? Ilan kaya dapat? Let's read some of the comments in the chat so far. Okay, 50,000 daw. May sumagot ng letter C. 50,000. May sumagot ng okay, E daw. May sumagot naman ng letter C. May E, merong C, merong A. Okay? Merong din sumagot ng E. Let's see kung saan dito yung tamang sagot natin. So from here, remember na dapat 15,000 yung kanyang marireceive in all. And in these 15,000 pesos, 7,500 is his basic salary. Tama po ba? That's why if we subtract 15,000 by its basic salary, dapat yung kanyang commission or commission here should be 7,500 pesos. But we have to remember, She needs a commission of 7,500 pesos. Pero ilan nga yung percent nga? Ilang percent yung commission nga?
15.
15%.
15.
Tama po. So basing on here, if let X be the total sales for that certain month, then this 7,500 is simply, baka 5 lang. Baka 5 po ata. 5% lang po, hindi po 15.
5
Okay.
lang.
So 5 lang po. That is why po, yung 7,500 na po ay 5% lamang ng total sales niya, which is X. That's why 5% of X is 7,500. Kapag sinabi po nating 5%, that means 5 over 100. X equals 7,500. But we know that 5 over 100 simplifies to 1 over 20 times X. It's equal to 7,500. So para mawala po yung ating denominator or para ma-clear off yung fractions natin, what should we multiply both sides? We should
20.
multiply with 20. So 20 times 7,500 is 150,000. Hence, kung C po yung inyong sagot, C, I told you, you got it right. Okay. Magaling, magaling, magaling. Nakuha po natin.
Yes po.
Okay. Sheshe. Salamat po. Dumako tayo sa number 3. Factor x cubed minus 2x squared plus 15x completely. Did you go for A, B, C, or D po? O baka walang sagot dyan? Baka E. Okay. May sumagot ng letter E daw. Okay. Let's see po natin kung tama yung E. Kung tama ang E, edi wow.
Hindi ko alam. Baka nakalimutan ko nasaan.
Okay. So, unang-una po, kung atin po mapapansin, each of the terms of this polynomial has x. Tama po ba? That's why po, we will factor out x first. And that would be x times the quantity x squared plus 15. Okay. So what's next po? Saglit lang po ha. Okay. So factoring out x, you will have x times x squared minus 2x plus 15. Is this trinomial factorable or not? Itong quadratic trinomial na to, factorable pa ba to? O hindi na?
Hindi na po.
Hindi na, no? Kung minus ito sana, factorable pa. Because if you could notice, we don't have two real numbers whose product is 15 and whose sum is negative 2. So ito na lang po talaga, hindi na po siya maaaring i-factor. Hence, letter E po yung ating tamang sagot dito. Okay. So good po na marami pong nakakuha sa atin. Number 4. What do you call the sequence? 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28, and so on. Is it what you call the triangular numbers, the square numbers, the natural numbers, or the Fibonacci numbers?
Fibonacci.
Okay, Fibonacci daw, sabi ni ma'am. How about po yung iba? May sumagot ng A. May sumagot ng Fibonacci. So, ang tanong, A nga ba o D? O baka wala sa dalawang yan? Tignan po natin. Tingnan po natin. So actually, yung tamang sagot po dito ay triangular numbers. If you could actually see from here po, 1 plus 2, 3. Plus 3, 6. Plus 4, 10. Plus 5, 15. Plus 6, 21. Plus 7, 28. So yung next po nito will be plus 8, plus
36.
36. So po nito, plus 9, 45, and so on.
45.
It is actually called triangular numbers because the numbers these numbers could be expressed as dots that could be in the shape of equilateral triangles. Yung square numbers naman po natin, I believe you're familiar with 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. This is 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared, and so on. Yung natural numbers po natin, ano po yon?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Exactly po. Yun po, no? Natural numbers are also called counting numbers. And it's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And lastly po, yung Fibonacci numbers po, no? It's actually defined recursively.
1, 1, 2.
So you have, no, for example, ito, recursively speaking po, your first term and second term are both equal to 1. And yung third term, starting from the third term, it's a sum of the immediately two preceding terms. That's why 1 plus 1, 2.
2.
1 plus 2, 3. 2 plus 3, 5. 3 plus 5, 8. And so on po. So, A po talaga yung ating tamang sagot. I hope na nakuha po natin.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bibilisan ko lang po ng konti kasi gusto kong makadiscuss ng marami ngayong gabi kung maaari lang. Number 5. Write the first 5 terms of the sequence determined by f of n equals n squared minus 1. Did you go for letter A po, B, C, or D?
A.
Okay, then. Okay.
Ay.
Do you agree with A po?
I see the answer.
Okay, C daw. Tama nga ba si C? And for this one po, we have to remember that when we speak about the sequence, it is actually a function whose domain is a set of natural numbers and whose range is the set of real numbers. So since we would like to have the first 5 terms of this sequence, so we will substitute 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the value of your n as the values of your n and evaluate the expression. So if n is 1, then it will become f of, replacing all n's po by 1. Lahat po ng n dito ay papalitan natin ng 1. It would be f of 1 equals 1 squared minus 1 or 0 po yun. If n is 2 naman, ano po siya? That's
3.
2. Okay, that's 2 squared minus 1 or 3. Kung 3 naman po,
8.
tama, 3 squared minus 1 or 9 minus 1 or 8. Kung 4 naman,
15.
okay, that's 16 minus 1, no? How about kung 5?
24.
Tama, that would be 5 squared minus 1 or 25 minus 1 or 24. Hence, the first 5 terms are 0, 3, 8, 15, 24, or letter C po. I hope nakuha po natin.
Yes, sir.
May I proceed with the next slide po?
Mali alam mga daddy.
Okay, sige. Proceed po tayo. So letter C po yung tamang sagot dito. Okay. Number 6. Use the recursive relation or the recursive formula A sub n equals A sub n minus 1 plus 2 given that the first term or A sub 1 is 13 to determine the value of A sub 3. Ano pong sagot ninyo dito? Hindi po siya, siguro po kung hindi po tayo siguro nasanay sa recursive formula, mahirap po talaga. But,
First time, sir, maka-encounter.
ay, okay. Sige, sige po. Ay, okay. I think umuulan din po ba sa inyo?
Hindi
Umulan?
naman po.
Ay, okay. Dito po sa amin, walang...
Umuulan po, sir. May
Oh.
kidlat kulog po.
Nakakatakot po. Ahay. Dito sa amin, wala lang. Ano lang, no? Ang parang clouds ata. Pero kanina umulan talaga ng malakas. Okay, balik po tayo. Notice nyo po, no? Yung a sub n minus 1 po is the term before a sub n. Tama po ba? Ito yung term na before a sub n. So yung technique po is ito. Di ba meron ka pong a sub 1? Bago mo
Yes,
po
sir.
maabot yung a sub 3, hanapin po muna natin si a sub 2. So we let n be equal to 2. So ano pong mangyayari? If you could see po, yung n na to, pinalitan ko ng 2.
2.
That's why by substitution po, it becomes a sub 2 equals, ano po to? A sub 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1. 1 po, no? That's why you could
Yes,
see,
sir.
that's why a sub 1 po. Plus 2. Kopyahin nyo lang po yung form niya. That's why kapag pinalitan po natin again, if I replace n with 2, it becomes a sub 2 equals a sub 1, a sub 2 minus 1, or a sub 1 plus 2. Ang tanong, based sa given po natin, ano po yung value ng a sub 1?
13.
13 po. That's why we will substitute a sub 1 with 13. So ano pong sagot natin?
15.
Tama po. That's why the second term is 13 plus 2 or 15. So ano po? After 1, 2. Ano pong next na ipapalit natin sa n?
17.
Ano,
3. Three
ano
po.
yung ipapalit natin sa n? 3.
3.
So kung papalitan natin ang lahat ng n by 3, ano yung kalabasan niya?
17.
A sub what? A sub?
Sub 3.
A sub 3 equals?
A sub 3 minus
2.
A sub 2
A sub
Plus
2 plus 2.
plus 2. Tama po ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Pero ang tanong, ano yung next step natin?
Substitute.
A sub
Anong ipapalit natin kay A sub 2?
15.
Tama. Because A sub 2 here is 15. So substituting A sub 2 with 15 gives us A sub 3 equals 15 plus 2 or 17. That's why kung ang sagot po natin ay letter C, okay, then nakuha nyo po yung tamang sagot. Note po, no, I sent a new link. Actually, I sent the same link po with Sir Mix po. So, yung same link lang po tayo. I think Sir Mix was also able to relay it with others. Sige. If ever po, pakiasa lang po ulit kay Sir Mix, or I actually know sa naka-enter po. Okay, number 7. Given the formula A sub n equals 2 sa A sub n minus 1 plus A sub n minus 2 with A sub 1 equals 3 and A sub 2 equals 5, find A sub 4. Is it 21, 23, 29, or 31? If you might think na mahirap po siya, actually, hindi po siya talaga yung ganong hirap talaga as long as alam mo yung gagawin. Notice nyo po, meron tayong first term, meron tayong second term, pero may fourth term po tayo. before you reach the fourth term, anong term muna dapat ang alam natin?
Third term.
Third term, di ba? So therefore, we have to replace n by 3. Lahat ng n na to, papalitan natin ng 3. So ano po yung kalalabasan if that happens? That would be a sub
A sub 3 is
A
equal
sub 3
to A sub
equals
2.
A
To
sub,
A sub 2.
A sub 2 plus,
A sub 1.
tama po. That's why A sub 3 equals 2 A sub 2 plus A sub 1. Ano pong next nating gagawin? So ano pong value ng A sub 3 natin?
13.
13 po.
Naniniwala pa po kayo sa forever? Char lang. Sa 13?
Yes, sir.
Let's see po.
Yes.
We know that A sub 2 is 5. So I replaced A sub 2 with 5 and A sub 1 was replaced by 3. So 2 times 5 is 10 plus 3. That gives you A
13.
sub 3 as 13. So meron na po tayong A sub 3. Mahahanap na po natin ang A sub 4. So ano pong gagawin natin? We will substitute n with what? We will substitute n with
3.
with 4.
4.
So if I substitute n with 4, anong magiging kalabasan nito?
A sub 4 equals
A sub 4
Two.
equals
2 times
Two.
A sub 3
A sub 3 plus
plus A sub 2.
A sub
2.
Tama. Yan po. So, if we replace, ano pong i-replace natin sa A sub 3?
13.
13. Tapos yung A sub 2 will be replaced by
5.
5. That's why it will become A sub 4 equals 2 times 13 plus 5, which is 26 plus 5, or simply 31 po, letter D. So to everyone po na who answered D, then you got it right po. It's not that really na lumalabas talaga siya sa let na as is, no? Pero there are some instances po. I discussed in detail po, no, yung mga previous items na similar daw. And this one, we also have to prepare for other items na we don't know, no? We don't really exactly know kung ano yung lalabas. But at least prepare po tayo if ever na may ganitong type na lumabas. Pero ang alam ko po, yung mga sequences series dati, marami pong lumalabas na ganun. D. Okay. Next one. Number 8. Consider the arithmetic sequence 5, 2, -1, -4, and so on. Find the 11th term. Sige. So, is it -22, -25, -28, -31? Remember, when we speak about arithmetic sequences, you have a common difference, diba? So, ano yung common difference dito? Is it 3 or -3?
-3.
-3.
Tandaan po natin, we have to remember this po. To determine the common difference, we could actually subtract the second term by the first term or any two consecutive terms. Pero yung term after minus the term before it. For example, 2 minus 5, that's -3. -1 minus 2, -3. -4 minus -1, -3. Or another cue po is, if the sequence is increasing, positive yung common difference. But if you could see, the succeeding terms becomes smaller, so we are having a negative common difference. So we have to remember po that the first term here, or a sub 1, is 5 because it's the first number that appeared from the left. Your n is 11 because you're looking for the 11th term. Your common difference is negative 3, and we are looking for a sub 11. I have to write this given because these are the ones needed to determine the nth term using this explicit formula. Tandaan po natin ha? Ito po, yung explicit formula in finding the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. That is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times t. So, lahat po ng, take note po, kung ano po yung n na dito sa subscript, ito din po yung value ng n. That's why replacing all n's by 11, a sub 1 by 5, and d by negative 3, you will arrive to a sub 11 equals 5 plus 11 minus 1 times negative 3. The 11 minus 1 simplifies to 10. Then 10 times negative 3 will be negative 30. And a sub 11 is 5 plus negative 30 or negative 25 po. So, kung isulat nyo man po ito, or if you will continue the pattern, I'm sure that the 11th number that you will list will be negative 25. Letter B po tayo. I hope nakuha po natin. Tingnan po nga
Yes,
natin.
sir.
Okay. Okay, marami pong sumagot ng B, and if you answered B, be happy because you got it right. Okay. Sana all nag-check sa screen. Okay. Thank you po. Okay. Next one. Number 9. The first two terms of an arithmetic sequence are 4.5 and 6. Find the 21st term. Is it 33, 34.5, 36, or 38.5 po? Tignan po natin yung inyong sagot. Okay. Sa number 9, marami din yung sumagot ng B. Tama nga kaya si B? Tingnan po natin. So, by the way, ano yung common difference natin dito?
1.5.
Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive
Positive.
dapat. Kasi the first number that's mentioned is understood to be the first term, and the second number that's mentioned is the second term. Or, since they are separated by the word n, before n is the first term, and after n is the second term. And to get the common difference, tandaan po natin, just simply subtract the second by the first term. With that po, so your a sub 1 is 4.5, your n is 21 because you're looking for the 21st term, and your d is simply the second minus the first term, or 6 minus 4.5, or 1.5. With that, using again the explicit form of an arithmetic sequence and by substitution, all n's will be replaced by 21 rather, and a sub 1 will be replaced by 4.5 and d by 1.5, gives you a sub 21 equals 4.5 plus the quantity 21 minus 1 times 1.5. This one becomes 20. 20 times 1.5 is how much po?
30.
30. That's why magiging 4.5 plus 30 siya, or 34.5. So again, letrang B po yung ating tamang sagot. So sa lahat po ng sumagot ng B, marami po kayo. Great job po. Magaling, magaling, magaling. Masyado po ba tayong mabilis or okay lang yung pacing natin?
Okay lang, sir.
Okay lang. Okay, salamat po. Number 10. Find the common difference of an arithmetic sequence if the first term is -10 and the fifth term is 2. Did you answer 2, 3, 4, or 5? So, yung fifth term mo is 2 at saka yung fifth term ay mas mataas kaysa sa first term. So, this is actually telling you na dapat positive yung common difference natin. Kasi kapag yung term na may mataas na subscript ay mas mababa ang value compared sa previous, so negative yung common difference. So dito, we're expecting a positive common difference po. Now, sige nga, B daw. Okay. Ano po yung technique ang ginamit ninyo?
A sub 5 equals A sub 1 plus N minus 1 times D.
Exactly.
Equals, sir.
Yes po? Miss, si ano ba to? Si iPhone ba to? Ay ba?
Opo.
Kilalang
Kaya
kilala.
nawawala sa iPhone.
Kaya nga eh, may yayaman
2 is equal to -10 plus 4D.
Okay, tama po yon. 2 minus -10. Or kung gusto po natin, we will still use the arithmetic, this explicit form of your arithmetic sequence. And, di ba, A sub 5, yung given? So, lahat ng n po ay papalitan natin ng 5. Kaya magiging, replacing all n's by 5 will give us A sub 5 equals A sub 1 plus 5 minus 1 times D. So, 5 minus 1 is 4. It becomes A sub 5 equals A sub 1 plus 4D. So, anong next na gagawin natin?
Substitute the value of the fifth
Okay.
term and the first term.
Anong value ni fifth term nga ulit? Ano nga yun? 2 ba yun?
2 po.
Yung A sub 1 ay
Negative
-10. Tama po. So 2 equals -10 plus 4D. Adding both sides by 10, that's 12 equals 4D. Dividing both sides by 4, so D equals 3 po. So yes, letter B po ulit yung ating tamang sagot. Common difference po natin ay 3. Meron pong shortcut. Actually, I think alam niyo na po yung siguro yung shortcut. Hindi ko na pwede discuss. No? Baka alam na po natin. So, para mabilis po tayo. Yung shortcut po is, okay. Actually, yung y equals mx plus b po ay may kinalaman dyan. Bakit meron siyang kinalaman? Kasi yung explicit form po ng isang linear, ng isang arithmetic sequence ay in fact linear function po. Tandaan po natin ha, as well, tandaan din po natin ito. Kung ano man po yung slope, kung ano man po yung slope ng linear function natin, iyon din po ang common difference. Next po. Insert 3 arithmetic means between 15 and -1. Is it A, B, C, or D? Kapag sinabi po nating arithmetic means, yun po yung tatlo, in this case tatlo, no? Yung arithmetic means po, sa gitna po yan. So maglalagay tayo ng tatlong terms sa pagitan ni 15 at saka ni -1 na that will result also to an arithmetic sequence. So palagay nyo po, ano pong ginamit ninyong method dito para makuha yung 1173?
15 plus -1 divided by 2.
15 plus -1, that's
Divided by
14
2.
divided by 2. So what's the result?
7.
So 7 yung gitna. So what about the rest?
Opo. 7 plus 15 is 22 divided by 2, that is 11.
Okay.
Then 7 plus -1 is 6 divided by 2 is 3.
Okay. Marami actually po, mga moms and sirs, marami pong paraan. Ang paraan kung gusto ko yung shortcut ni ma'am. Pero aside from that po, may papakita lang po akong method na based again sa arithmetic sequence formula. Don't worry po. Sa actual board exam, you are free to use whatever you like. So this is what I did. Ito po yung parang standard, quote-unquote, na ginagamit ko sa class. Kasi nga merong tatlo, di ba? Si 15, yung first term. Si -1 is ikailang term siya. Kasi may tatlong ilalagay sa
Fifth.
gitna eh. Tama.
Five.
Ika-fifth siya, di ba? So ito yung itsura niya. 15, tapos yung a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, ito po yung tatlong arithmetic means at -1 yung last term. So kung makikita po natin, -1 is indeed the fifth term. And using again the explicit form of your arithmetic sequence, we could see here that n is 5 because meron kang 5 terms, di ba? This is a finite sequence. And with that, a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d po tayo. Lahat ng n ay papalitan natin ng 5 kasi meron tayong 5 terms. So that gives you a sub 5 equals a sub 1 plus 5 minus 1 or 4. So times d. This results to a sub 5 equals a sub 1 plus 4d. Ano pong next na gagawin natin?
Substitute.
Substitute natin. A sub 5 will be substituted by -1
-1.
and a sub 1 by
15.
15. So ito po yung labas niya. Subtracting both sides by 15 will give us -16 equals 4d. And with that, dividing both sides by 4, so your common difference is -4 po. So balik po tayo. Di ba ito po yung ating sequence? 15, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4. If you are from 15, from the left, ano po yung gagawin natin sa ating common difference?
Plus.
Ina-add ba siya o sinasubtract sa first term?
Subtract.
Subtract.
15 plus -4.
15 minus -4 or 15
15
plus
plus -4. Plus.
Be careful po if we go from left to right, plus po natin.
Left po.
So 15 plus -4, that's 11.
11.
Tapos plus -4,
8.
7. Plus -4,
3.
3. At saka kung i-continue nyo po, 3 plus
Negative
-4, managiging -1 siya. So you see po, it fits in. This indeed makes the sequence arithmetic. That's why,
Yes, sir.
indeed, letter C po yung tamang sagot natin. Yay! Happy po tayo kasi marami po nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Magaling po. But note po natin minsan kung gusto po ninyo, pwede nyo siyang i-trial and error yung choices. Especially kung matatagalan kayo. Because minsan, mas mabuting mag-trial and error ka. Minsan, yung trial and error ay mabilis. Mas mabilis. Kung ihahambing sa actual process. Pero again po, depende po sa inyo. Sometimes you have to know when to do trial and error and sometimes when to do algebra. Number 12. Okay, insert one arithmetic mean between 17 and 35. Ano po yung sagot natin?
26.
Okay. 26 daw. Letter A. Okay. Marami pong, again, in using a similar method, dahil isa lang siya, di ba? So we have there only one term between 17 and 35. That term is your A sub 2. You could actually see po that your first term is 17 and your third term is 35. So your n is 3 dahil meron tayong 3 terms. Actually, marami pong technique dito. Marami po. Using again this explicit form, sana all naka-red na nakasulat. Okay. So with that po, magiging replacing all n's by 3, magiging a sub 3 equals a sub 1 plus 2d po siya. Replace po natin yung a sub 3 by 35 at saka yung a sub 1 by 17. So magiging 35 equals 17 plus 2D po siya. Minus 17. So 18 equals 2D or your common difference is 9. So ito po. So again, 17 with what? Anong gagawin dito sa 17 at saka 9?
Plus.
Plus. So 17 plus 9 gives us 26. Or yung ginagawa po ng iba is baliktad. Minsan galing siya sa left. As a right rather, galing siya sa right, papunta siya sa left. 35 minus 9 will be 26. Or kung isa lang po, kung isang arithmetic mean lang po yung hinahanap natin, ano po yung shortcut?
17 plus 35 divided by 2.
Okay, that's why po, when we speak about arithmetic mean, no, it's simply
The average.
their arithmetic average. 17, you just add the two numbers. 17 plus 35, that's 52. Divide by 2, you see 26 pa rin po. So pili lang po kayo kung anong yung method yung gagawin po. Yes, kung saan po kayo comfortable. Because malay mo, ako komportable ako sa ganitong method. Pero yung iba kasi iba eh. So iba tayo. Change me, I'm different. Okay, number 13. Letter A po tayo. Baka naka-iPhone yung sumusulat, no? Anyway, number 13. Okay, ito. Which term of the sequence is 13, 6, negative 1? Is negative 85? Is it 15 term, 14, 13, or 12? Nasa work si Sir ano. Okay. So hindi sumusulat si iPhone. Okay, sige. Tiga 15 ka ba? Biro lang po, Sir. Okay. Okay. 15 din daw, sabi ni Ma'am Pinelda, ni Sir Jason, ni Sir Freddy, ni Ma'am Rona. Okay. Anong technique po yung ginamit ninyo? Or ano pong method ninyo? Yung method ninyo ay
Trial and error.
Negative 85 is equal to 13 plus n minus 1 times 7.
7 or negative 7?
Negative 7.
Okay, yun naman pala. Okay, basta naka-iPhone, naku matalino yan. Okay,
Sir, sa trabaho.
tiro lang po. So kung makikita po natin dito, no, is it still an arithmetic sequence? Am I right po?
Yes po.
Yes. So the first term here is 13. The second, the common difference, I believe you would agree, it's negative 7. Because if you could see po, 6 minus 13 is negative 7. Negative 1 minus 6, it's negative 7. So it's negative 7 po yung ating common difference. Ang tanong, ano po si negative 85?
15.
No. Like sa negative 85, ano siya sa given?
A sub n.
A sub n. Take note po, if we do not know yet kung ikailan siya sa sequence, we could actually treat it as your A sub n for now, as negative 85. In the formula, A sub n could either mean a certain term for that sequence. It could also mean the last term. Okay? And here, your n is something that's missing. That's why if we substitute it po sa ating explicit formula, it will become negative 85 equals 13 plus n minus 1 times negative 7. Okay, subtract po natin muna yung 13 both sides. Ilan po? Negative 85 minus 13. Negative ano nga to? Negative 98 ba? Am I right?
Negative
Yes, sir.
See, I'm so smart. Kidding aside, joke lang. Okay, so negative 98 equals yung ginagawa po
Negative
ng
7n.
iba, yung ginagawa po ng iba is, I know, minultiply mo ma'am, tama po ba?
Yes, sir.
So, distribute mo po or minultiply mo si n minus 1 at saka si negative 7, that's okay, no problem. However po, in this case, it's better to divide immediately both sides by negative 7 na lang siguro. That's another way. Divide both sides by negative 7. Negative 98 divided by negative 7. Ilan siya?
14.
14.
Negative.
14 is equal to what?
14 pala.
14 is equal to what?
N minus
And
1.
N minus 1. Then plus 1
14
both
plus 1.
sides. So
15.
14 plus 1, so 15 po. This tells us po that negative 85 is the 15th term of this arithmetic sequence, letter A. So far, marami po kayong sumagot ng A. Okay, good job po. Thank you. Okay, naka-check. Number 14. Ay, saglit. How many odd numbers are there
Naka-zoom.
between 18 and 114? Is it 46, 47, 48, or 49? Sige nga po. Sabi ni Sir Jason, ni Sir Freddy, ni Ma'am Rona, ni Ma'am Pinelda, ni Ma'am Mylene, letter C daw. 48 nga ba? Matanong ko lang po, ano po yung method ninyo?
Mano-mano.
Mano-mano. Okay, so yung ginawa po ninyo is parang nilista nyo siya or parang kinount nyo kung ilan lahat.
Hindi sir,
Lahat-lahat.
ang a sub 1 is equal to 19, which is the first odd number after 18, and 113 is the last number, which is the odd number before 114. So the formula, the equation is 113 is equal to 19 plus n minus 1 times 2.
Okay, tama. We
Oh,
have to remember this.
arithmetic pala.
It's still forming an arithmetic sequence. So kung titingnan po
okay.
natin, 'di ba? Ito po yung sequence natin eh. 19, 21, 23 and so on until 113. Notice nyo arithmetic pa rin siya. It's given that your first term is 19. The last term or a sub n is 113. And the common difference is 2, di po ba? That's why, because odd numbers, consecutive odd numbers, have a common difference of 2. So ano pong hinahanap natin dito?
N.
N po yung hinahanap natin. So again po, ito pa rin po yung ating equation. And plugging in everything, it becomes 113 equals 19 plus n minus 1 times 2. Gaya ng sinabi ni Sir, no? So ngayon ni Sir Freddy. Okay.
iPhone.
Yes, ni Sir iPhone, ni Sir Freddy. Hindi lang siya pang it, no? Hindi lang siya pang it, pang queen din siya, singer. Okay. Subtracting by 19 both sides gives 94 equals n minus 1 times 2. Dating gawin po kanina, hindi ko po muna minultiply si 2 because I will directly divide both sides by 2. Hence, dividing both sides of the equation by 2, I have 47 equals n minus 1. So again, add 1 both sides gives you n
48.
as 48. This tells us po that there are 48 odd numbers between 18 and 114. At ito po yung 19, 21, 23, and so on until 113. Kung ilista mo man po lahat, I'm sure na 48 po silang lahat-lahat. Okay, salamat po. Nakuha po natin yung explanation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, salamat po. Number 15. in an arithmetic sequence. Okay, thank you po, Ma'am Rio. In an arithmetic sequence, the second and the eighth terms are 9 and 21 respectively. Find the first term. Did you go for -7, for 3, or 5, or for 7?
7. Ang bilis mo naman. Sir iPhone.
Ang bilis naman ng 7 na yan, no? Ganyan talaga kapag
Yes,
naka-iPhone. Magsasalita pa lang ako, andyan na yung message sa kanya. Okay, so D.
True.
Okay, maraming sumagot ng D sa atin. Di wow. Okay. So ang tanong ko is, ano bang process yung ginamit natin? Because honestly, marami pong process eh. I'm not sure if others know the shortcut about this. Okay, pero sige. Gamitin muna natin yung long cut. Yung long method. Long cut. And that is utilizing your arithmetic sequence explicit formula. So given that the second term is 9 and the eighth term is 21, and we will still use the explicit form a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Tingnan po ninyo yung first given. Ano po yung n dito? Ano po yung ano tong si 2? Yung subscript ni a, ano to? Is it anong variable ito sa ating explicit form? Yung 2 na ito. Ano to? That 2 is according to Rio, it's n. Tama po. Kasi kung ano man po yung subscript natin dito, ito rin po yun. Parehas lang po sila. That's why we will represent n with 2. Kasi 2 siya eh. So therefore, for the first given, your n is 2. Replacing all n's by 2, it becomes a sub 2 equals a sub 1 plus 2 minus 1 or 1. 1 times d, it's d. That's why the second term is equal to a sub 1 plus d. However, yung second term po natin is also equal to 9. That's why I have to equate a sub 1 plus d with 9. Nakuha po natin so far. Or baka meron pa pong part na need nating i-understand muna ng maigi. Okay. Next. Okay, nakuha po natin so far. Okay, thank you po. Next po, ano kayang n natin dito?
8.
Yung n natin dito ay 8. That's why we will replace n by 8 po. Okay. So if n is 8, what will be the resulting equation? That would be lahat ng n dito palitan mo ng 8. So anong labas? Again po. A sub 1 plus?
70.
Okay. A sub 1 plus 70. But again, a sub 8, which is a sub 1 plus 70, di ba 21 yung value niya? That's why I equated it with 21 po. So, you notice po, meron po tayong systems of equations. So ano pong gagawin natin? We could perform either substitution or elimination, for example. So ano pong variable dito ang madaling i-eliminate?
A
D.
sub 1.
Yung A sub 1 o yung D?
Sub 4.
A sub 1, no? Yung madaling eliminate. So performing elimination, kopyahin ko lang po yung second equation and over the first equation. Subtract both sides po. It will be what? A sub 1 minus A
Zero.
sub 1, 0. How about ito? 7D minus D
6D.
equals
20,
6.
17.
Well,
Dili.
12.
ilan? 12, di ba?
12.
That's why you will have 6D equals 12.
2.
Or what's the value of D?
2.
Tama po. Tama po. Okay, good job. Actually, mayroon pong mas mabilis na technique dito sa pagkuha ng common difference. Ano pong technique sa pabilis sa pagkuha ng common difference?
Gawin pong first term yung A sub 2.
Actually, okay naman yan. Actually, notice ko lang, yan yung
error po.
yan po yung itinuturo nila dati nung especially nung high school tayo. Yan yung tinuturo nila. But actually po, I don't like that method kasi minsan nawawala ka sa subscript minsan eh. Yung ginagawa ko po ganito. Ito po yung madali. Para sa akin to Subtract mo po yung value ng my higher subscript. Ito po. 21 minus 9.
12.
12. 8 minus 2.
6.
12 over 6.
2.
2.
Oh, yan yung common difference mo. That's it.
Ay, yung mga subscript lang.
Yun lang. Yun lang. Yung parang actually, moms and sirs, parang siyang slope. Y sub 2 minus Y
okay.
sub 1 all over X sub 2 minus X sub 1. Nagets po natin. Para, slope talaga siya. Yan po yung
Yes,
common
sir.
difference natin.
Pwedeng sample pa.
Edi wow. Okay. But before we, don't worry ma'am. Meron pa po tayong ibang example in the next problems po. Pero if D is 2, how do we solve for the first term?
Plus. Minus.
Dito ka, di ba? You could substitute either in the first or in the second equation. Pero saan kaya yung mas madali? Dito. Parang mas madali ata ito. Yung A sub 1 plus D equals 9. So replacing this D by 2, you will have A sub 1 plus 2 equals
7.
9, or that gives us the first term as 7. So D nga po talaga yung correct answer. Okay. May I proceed po? Or do you need to May I? Or
Proceed.
ina-absorb? Okay. Proceed po tayo. Sige po. Meron po tayong, marami po tayong ganito. Okay, ito. In an arithmetic sequence, A sub 3 is 13 and A sub 9 is 37. Find A sub 20. Did you go for 79, 80, 81, or 82?
24. 7. 4. 4. 30.
Okay, what do you got? What did you get?
Ariet.
Okay, while waiting, we would like to thank our sponsors. Good. Okay. May sumagot ng letter C. 81 daw. 81. Tama nga ba si 81? We'll find out po. So mula dito, ano po yung common difference natin? Using the shortcut kanina.
4.
4, di ba? Yes. Bakit 4? Kasi 37 minus 13,
Minus 13.
that's 24. Divided by
Divide
the
by
difference of 9 and 3, which is 6. So 24 divided by 6, that gives you 4. So yeah, so 4 po yung ating common difference. Pero if you wish po, you could also do the same thing. Medyo mahaba-haba ng konti. Pero still, you got D equals 4. Then what do we do next?
Do the mano-mano.
What do you mean by mano-mano?
37 plus 4 equals 41 plus 4, 45, 45 plus 49, 53
Seryoso?
plus 4, 57. Yes.
Actually,
Let's go to 77.
if you have this, if you wish po, no, you could have your two equations po, no. Take note po to all of our viewers out there na ginamit ko lang po yung shortcut dito, okay? Pero if I have these two equations and work on them, you will still get D equals 4. So if I substitute D equals 4 with A for this one, A sub 1 plus 2D equals 13, I'll replace D with 4. That gives you A sub 1 plus 2D equals 13. That's 2 times 4, 8. A sub 1 plus 8 equals 13. Subtracting both sides by 8 will give you A sub 1 equals 5. So dahil meron ka ng first term at meron ka ng common difference, pwede na bang mahanap ang 20th term? Yes, di ba? Pwede. Kasi yung A sub 20
Yes.
means na yung n mo ay given as 20. So with that, using again the explicit form of your arithmetic sequence, and we will replace all n's by 20, A sub 1 by 5, and D with 4, you will get A sub 20 equals 5 plus 20 minus 1 times 4. 20 minus 1 is 19 times 4.
Paano yung Caltech?
So 19 times 4 po will be 76. That's why the 20th term is 5 plus 76 or 81. Letter C po. So you see po, in this case, kinuha ko po muna yung first term
Naku, wala na.
at saka yung common difference. Kasi kapag alam mo yung first term at saka difference, common difference of your arithmetic sequence, it's possible to compute for the other terms. Take note po, however, in actual competitions or in international mathematics computations, there are actually many more
Sabi daw dito,
shortcuts.
sir, may pwede daw Caltech. Paano po ba yung Caltech?
Calculator technology.
Mode 3 po yung ginamit ko.
Yun po yung concern ko. Hindi ko po siya pwedeng mapakita kasi hindi po ako makapag-download ng emulator ko. Hindi ko po alam. Hindi na siya nagwo-work. Yung
Kana-input na po. 6155.
Ano po yung i-input ko, ma'am?
Pagka na-input na po, pinutin yung ikita po, shift 155.
Shift 5?
15 po.
Oh, 1.
Ayan na po, sir.
Ano po under, sir?
Okay. Okay, that's what yun yung fear ko, no, nangyari, na-disconnect po ako, sorry. My connection right now is very unstable. And, okay. Okay. So ito po kasi, pwede siyang systems of linear equations din, pwede din. Sa calculator technology natin. Number 17. If x plus 6, 2x plus 1, and 4x minus 13 are the first three terms of an arithmetic sequence. Find x. Ano pong sagot natin dito? 9 daw, sabi ni Ma'am Rona. How about the others po? Okay, marami din sa inyo yung sumagot ng B. Tanong ko lang, nag-trial and error ba kayo? Did you just substituted? And kung nag arithmetic sequence siya, yun na yun? Yun po ba yung ginawa natin? Okay.
Yes
Yes,
po.
sir.
Okay, tama po yun. Because sometimes po kasi kung hindi mo po alam yung gagawin pero alam mo yung concept, sometimes trial and error would actually work. But supposing po you will not do trial and error, pwede din po siyang ma-solve, no? We have to remember that in an arithmetic sequence has a common difference. That is, if you have the first three terms as a sub 1, a sub 2, and a sub 3, tandaan po natin that if you subtract the second by the first, that's equal to the third minus the second. Di ba tama po? Tama po ba? Tama o mali?
Yes po.
Tama.
po.
So yung gagawin po natin is yung negative a sub, yung minus a sub 2 sa right side, magiging plus a sub 2 sa left side. Tapos yung minus a sub 1 sa left, magiging plus a sub 1 sa right. So it will become a sub 2 plus a sub 2 equals a sub 3 plus a sub 1. And adding the left hand side, a sub 2 plus a sub 2 is 2a sub 2. And rearranging the terms on the right hand side gives a sub 1 plus a sub 3. That's why for the sequence, tandaan po natin, if you have the first three terms of an arithmetic sequence, it's actually telling you that if you multiply the middle number or the second term by 2, the result will be equal to the sum of the first and the third term po. With that, for the sequence x plus 6 plus 2x plus 1 and 4x minus 13, this is a sub 1, x plus 6. This is a sub 2, and this is a sub 3. What is our resulting equation? Basing on that po, it will be what?
Ano, sir?
That would be 2 times what? 2 times,
2x plus 1.
tama po, 2 times 2x plus 1 is equal to the first x plus 6 added by the last or the third term, which is 4x minus 13. Then, simplify po natin yung ating equation. Yung left side ay magiging 4x plus 2. Yung right side naman ay magiging 5x minus 7. Tama po ba?
Yes po.
So with that, so in that case, I subtracted both sides by negative 5x and subtracted both sides by 2 as well, with the intention of having like terms isolated on their respective sides. So yung left side magiging negative x, yung right side magiging negative 9, and multiplying both sides by negative 1 gives 9 as the value of x. Letter B po. Now, if you wish po, if you wish to try, if you will substitute, Romy J, actually kanina, mga 7:15 po tayo nag-start. Kanina pa po, actually na-post yung link. Naibigay ko po kay Sir Migs also. And okay, so I hope nakuha po natin. Don't worry po if ever na-miss po natin. So we will be giving you I will be giving Sir Migs the video of the presentation. Yung link sa page sira. Sorry, di po ako aware about doon. Okay. So kung if x po natin is 9, paki-inform na lang po yung iba, paki-relay na lang po sa kanila. If x is 9, ito ay magiging 15, no? Ito ay magiging 15.
15,
Tapos 19,
19, and 23.
23. Yung 15, 19, 23 ba merong common difference? Meron ba o wala?
Yes, sir.
May common difference siyang 4, no? That's why it is indeed arithmetic when your x is 9. Number 18. In an arithmetic sequence, if a sub 1 equals 1 and the common difference is 7, find the explicit function in linear function form for a sub n. Did you go for 7n minus 1, 7n minus 6, 6 minus 7n, or 4n plus 3? Ano po yung sa palagay ninyo? Palagay po natin. Anyone? Anyone po who has an idea? Okay, let's see your answers. Maraming sumagot ng B, 7n minus 6. Okay, so ang tanong, ano ba yung process dito? So, it is actually still using the explicit form of your arithmetic sequence. So, remember, the sequence looks like this, no? Kasi common first term mo 1, yung second, yung common difference mo 7. So 1 plus 18 plus 15 plus 22, 29, and so on. So to do that, you could see that a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d pa rin po tayo. What we are going to do is that we will just simply replace the a sub 1 with 1 and the common difference with 7. We will not replace n because we are looking or we would like to determine the formula which could be used for any natural number value of n. With that po, it becomes a sub n equals 1 plus n minus 1 times 7. I will distribute the n minus 1 and 7 and copy the rest. So that's a sub n equals 1 plus multiplying n minus 1 and 7, it's 7n minus 7 po. That's why you can still combine here pala yung 1 minus 7, which is negative 6, and the final answer here is a sub 7, or a sub n rather, equals 7n minus 6. So tama po yung letrang B natin. Questions po?
Wala po.
Okay, so I think wala naman pong question.
Sir.
So, yes po.
Hindi po, wala po.
Wala. Oh, sorry. Number 19. This refers to the sum of the terms of a sequence. Is it a series, a partial sum, constant, or means? Okay. It's what you call? Okay. Tandaan po natin ha. It's actually what you call series. Kung terms lang po, sequence lang po yan. Pero if we are going to add the terms of a certain sequence, then that is what you call a series. When we say partial sum naman po, it refers to the sum of a finite number of terms of a certain sequence. Limited number of terms lang po yung finite, yung sum ng finite number of terms or limited number of terms. Partial sum po yun. But partial sum is still related or under series. Pero yung series po kasi, pwede siyang maging finite or infinite. Kaya series po talaga yung best answer dito. Constant naman is it's something that has a fixed value and means the means of a certain sequence are the terms between any two given terms. Okay. I hope nakuha po natin. So letter A nga po yung ating tamang sagot, mga moms and sirs. All right. Tumako po tayo sa susunod. And that is number 20. Let S sub n denote the sum of the first n terms of a sequence. Find S sub 7 of the sequence 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. Is it 47, 48, 49, or 50? We have to remember this, moms and sirs. Sa math po, no, if A sub n, term lang po yun. Kapag sinabi po nating S sub n, i-add na natin yung first n terms. So kapag sinabi ko pong S sub 7, i-add po natin yung first 7 terms ng sequence na to. 49 daw, sabi ni Ma'am Finelda. Sabi ni Ma'am Rona, yun din daw. Okay, tingnan po natin. So for this one, okay. Since you have this sequence, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, we are going to, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. But we still have to continue the pattern because we need S sub 7 or the sum of the first 7 terms. Kaya meron tayong S sub 7 equals 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13. You can add on your own. That is 49 po. Letter C. Okay. Pero if you could notice, it's an arithmetic sequence po, no? There are actually many shortcuts in getting the sum of the terms of an arithmetic sequence. If you wish po, notice nyo po na 7 po silang terms. 7 po sila. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take note po ha, yung shortcut po na gagamitin ko ay applicable lamang for our certain arithmetic series with finite number of terms. Hindi po siya applicable sa geometric o ano pa mang terms dyan. So, yung mangyayari po is, kung if there are odd number of terms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 terms, no? I-multiply mo lang siya sa middle term. So 7 times 7, you get 49. Nakuha po natin? It's always true po for a certain arithmetic series na merong odd number of terms. Kung ilan po silang numbers, multiply mo siya sa pinakagitna na number. Yun po yung sagot. That's for sure. So C nga po talaga. Or if you wish, you could manually add on your own. Okay, salamat po. 21. Find a sub-8 of the arithmetic sequence for 12, 20, and so on. Did you go for 253, 254, 255, or 256? In the example in number 20, hindi ko po ginamit muna yung formula for arithmetic series. But for this one, gagamitin po natin. Sige nga po. First 8 terms niya, i-add natin. So D, ang sabi ng madlang people, ng ibang sa atin. So kung makikita po natin sa ating sequence, yung first term po natin ay 4. Yung common difference natin ay positive 8 or simply 8. Tapos, since we are looking for S sub 8, 8 here stands for the N. Diba? That's why you have this one. N equals 8, A sub 1 is 4, and D, the common difference is 8. From here, let me introduce to you the formula. One of the formulas for arithmetic series. Take note, this formula, S sub n equals n over 2 times the quantity 2a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d is usually used if the common difference is known. Okay po? Kasi given po yung common difference, so better use this version po. And by substitution, you have S sub 8 equals 8 over 2 times 2 times 4 plus 8 minus 1 times 8. This 8 over 2 simplifies to 4. 2 times 4 is 8. This is 8 minus 1 or 7 times 8, which is 56. That's why you have 4 times the sum of 8 and 56. 8 plus 56 is 64. And 4 times 64 is 256. So therefore, yes, the sum of the sequence, the sum of the first 8 terms of the sequence 8, what's that again? 4, 12, 20, and so on is D, 256. Let's move on to item 24. By the way, you could tell me to slow down a bit or pause a bit if needed. Don't be shy. Next number. Solve for x in x plus 3x plus 5x plus ... all the way until 87x equals 5,808. Is A equal to 3?
Number 20 na sila.
4, 5, or 6? Okay, anyone?
Mali yung link eh.
Yes, anyone?
Dito may nagpasa. Pinatuloy mo ano yung iba.
Anyone po? Did you go for A, B, C, or D?
Paano explain?
Okay, sige lang po. So again po starting kahit next week po, itong link pa rin po yung gagamitin natin. Thank you. Recurring po to.
Kuya.
Anyone po? What do you think?
Tuloy ako.
So take note po. Tignan po ninyo yung left side. X plus 3x plus
Mali pala
5x
yung link eh.
until 87x. What? Tignan niyo po. For the meantime, ignore po muna ninyo yung plus. What kind of sequence is x, 3x, 5x? Is it arithmetic po, no? Yung x, 3x, 5x?
Oh, arithmetic.
Arithmetic siya, di ba? So therefore, the left side is in fact an arithmetic series. So use the arithmetic series formula to get the sum of the left side. So with that po, ito po, for example, we could see that in the left side po to, left side. Ano yung first term natin sa left side? Yung x, di ba? Yung first term. Ano yung common difference?
Yes, sir.
Yung common difference. 2x, di ba?
2x.
2x yung ating common difference. 2x. Okay. At saka, yung 87x yung ating last term. So, marami pong actually pwedeng gawin din dito. For the meantime, ito lang muna yung ginawa ko. Ginamit ko yung arithmetic sequence formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So, yung last term, yung 87x, so yan yung a sub n natin. Substituting, you have 87x equals x plus n minus 1 times 2x. Our goal is to solve for the value of n. So 87x minus x, subtract po tayo ng x both sides. Magiging 86x equals n minus 1 times 2x. With the assumption here pala that x is not equal to 0, dividing both sides by 2x, you will get 43 equals n minus 1. Then plus 1 both sides gives you 44. In other words po, from x plus 3x plus 5x all the way until the last term, which is 87x, there are actually 44 terms in all. So there are 44 addends there. And this is the other formula, by the way. The other formula in getting the sum in having your arithmetic series with finite number of terms, it's number of terms over 2 multiplied by the sum of the first and the last term. It's actually S sub n. So I'm sorry, I did not put here the formula. It's S sub n equals n all over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. So that's why we arrived to this one. 44 over 2 is 22. X plus 87x is 88x. And therefore, 22 times 88x is 1936x. That's why the left-hand side of the equation, x plus 3x plus 5x plus all the way until 87x, it's actually 1936x equals 5,808. Dividing both sides by 1936, you get x equals 3. So letter A po yung ating tamang sagot. Okay po. So that one, no, medyo difficult. Konti lang, medyo konti lang. Okay. May I proceed? If there's no, okay, I think some of you are still noting or still digesting it. Okay. If there's no more question, let's proceed with the next item. '23. So letter A po. What kind of sequence is 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and so on? Is it arithmetic, geometric, harmonic, or Fibonacci?
Arithmetic, geometric na to. So,
What do you think?
geometric.
Geometric ba?
Geometric.
And geometric is actually
Metric, sir.
correct. Geometric po. In arithmetic, you are adding by the common difference all throughout. And for the geometric, you are actually multiplying by the same constant. That same constant is what we call common ratio. So take a look po. Oh. To get the common ratio, it's the second term divided by the first. 4 over 2, 2, 8 over 4, 2, 16 over 8, 2, 32 over 16, 2. So you have a common ratio of 2. That's why it's a geometric sequence, letter B. I believe it's clear. Next one. All of the terms of a certain geometric sequence are negative and are all different. Which of the following is true about the common ratio?
This one. It's negative between 0 to 1.
So ano po? Is it positive? Is it 1? It is positive? It is 1, it is positive, it is negative. It is between 0 and 1. What is the best answer here? We are going to get the best answer. Positive daw. If you wish po, yeah, I agree po, no? I think someone is barking at the background. So, kung meron pong aso na tumataho, kung maaari po, pakimute po ng self natin. Salamat po. Okay? 1 nga ba? Actually, so isipin nyo, tandaan po natin ha, kung 1 siya, sabi sa problem kasi, and all are different. Sabi niya ho, all the terms are negative and lahat sila iba-iba. So, if lahat ng terms ay iba-iba, hindi pwedeng 1. A is actually wrong or incorrect. Bakit? Because if you multiply by a common ratio of 1, then all terms will be the same. So, hindi po pwede si 1. It is positive. Actually is. Correct nga ba o mali? Take note of this. What can you say about the signs of the terms in a geometric sequence? If R is greater than 0 or positive, then expect po natin that it has the same sign all throughout. Okay? If it's all positive or all negative. Take note, if your common ratio is greater than 0 or positive, then lahat ng terms ay positive o lahat sila puro negative. If your R is less than 0 or negative yung common ratio mo, then I'm sure that the terms will have alternating signs. So the best possible case here is R should be positive. However, balikan po natin. Balikan po natin yung given. Kung positive siya, for 1 is a positive number, di ba? 1 is a positive number. If you multiplied by 1, because 1 is still positive eh. If you multiply it by 1, then most likely may chance na in this case magiging parehas pa rin lahat ng terms niya. A, B, and C are actually not the best answers, but surely if you have a common ratio na less than 0 and 1, meaning to say positive siya, and at the same time, since hindi naman talaga 1 yung common ratio, so magiging iba-iba talaga yung values ng terms. Kung sinabi sana sa B na it is positive except 1, ito sana yung the best answer. But since may possibility na mag-1 yung iyong common ratio, so we will not accept B and we will go with letter D. It could be between 0 and 1. So it should be D. Okay, let me edit this one. Did you get my point po?
Yes po.
Okay, sige po. Susunod na numero. 25. Consider the geometric sequence 3, 6, 12, 24, and so on. What is the 7th term of this sequence? Ano po yung sagot natin? So, if you could see, dahil geometric siya, dapat alam po natin yung common ratio, di po ba? Kung okay po sa inyo, pwede nyo siyang i-continue yung pattern. Ano po yung common ratio natin? Yung common ratio po natin ay 2 po. Kasi 6 over 3, 2. 12 over 6, 2. 24 over 12 is 2. And I'll just give to you we could see that the first term is 3. The number of terms is 7. The common ratio is 2. And we are looking for a sub 7. And I believe, no, let's review this one. This is the formula for the explicit function in getting the nth term of your geometric sequence. That is, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times the common ratio raised to n minus 1. So replacing all n's by 7 and by substituting the other variables, we have a sub 7 equals 3 times 2 raised to 7 minus 1. 7 minus 1 is 6. So you have 2 raised to 6. That's 64. Multiply that to 3, you get 192, letter C. Or if you wish po, in the given, you could actually continue times 2 times 2 times 2. And you will still get the same answer. So I think it could have been faster probably if you simply multiplied by 2 directly. And until you reach the 7th term. Because anyway, if you have your calculators, and besides, reaching the 7th term might not give you a very big number. So it's still manageable, I believe. So letter C po. 26. For 26, Given a geometric sequence with first two terms, -2 and -8, find a sub 5. Is it -512, -256, 256, or 512? What do you think? Letter A daw, sabi ni Sir Teodosio. Letter A is -512. We'll see. So we could actually see here that the first term is -2. Your number of terms is 5. And remember, to get the common ratio, since you are given the first two terms, you have to divide the second term by the first term. That's why common ratio is -8 over -2, which is 4. And using again the same explicit form, by substituting, by the way, we're looking for the fifth term. So we have to replace n by 5, and substituting the value of a sub 1 and the common ratio, and your n, which is 5, you have a sub 5 equals -2 times your common ratio, which is 4, raised to 5 minus 1, or 4. We have to perform the exponents first. So 4 raised to 4 is 16. 4 raised to 4 is 256. And multiplying that to -2 rather. Yes, -512 is the correct answer. I hope na nakuha po natin. 27. Suppose the first term is 10, the fourth term is 80. Are terms of a geometric sequence, find the common ratio. Oh, how do you think are we going to get the common ratio? We could use what? We could use the explicit form of your sequence. So marami ata yung sumagot ng B na 2. And let's see if you are right. To do this, we will still use the explicit formula of your geometric sequence. But since you are given anong term yun? Ika-fourth na term. So we will replace n by 4. Replacing all n's by 4 will give us a sub 4 equals a sub 1 times r to the 4 minus 1, but the exponent simplifies to 3. So a sub 4 equals a sub 1 r cubed. But remember, in the equation that we had earlier, substituting a sub 4 with 80 and a sub 1 by 10, you have 80 equals 10 r cubed. Anong next na gagawin natin dito? We will what? Divide natin both sides by
10.
By 10 upang ma-isolate natin yung term na merong r cubed. This means 8 equals r cubed, and getting the cube root of both sides of the equation, we get the cube root of 8 equals r, or 2 is equal to r. So natama nga po yung letter B. All right. So good job po. 28. Okay, check niyo po. Ano kayang sagot dyan? In a geometric sequence, the third term is 3, the sixth term is 192. What is the eighth term? Ano kaya sa palagay niyo? A nga ba? So ito po yung ating solution. So again po, marami po ang pong paraan. The first way or one way na lang siguro yung i-discuss ko. You are given this using again the explicit form. 'Di ba? Meron tayong A sub 3. Yung subscript niya ay 3. So we will let n be equal to 3 and replace all n's by 3. Kaya magiging A sub ano siya? A sub 3 equals A sub 1 r to the 3 minus 1 or 2. So A sub 3 is equal to A sub 1 r squared, pero yung value nito ay 3. That's why I also equated A sub 1 r squared equals 3. Anong next na n yung gagamitin natin? Yung next na n ay, kasi meron kang A sub 6 equals 192. Anong next na n yung gagamitin natin? 6. Kasi kung ano man yung subscript, yun yon. So if we let n be equal to 6, that will give us A sub 6 equals A sub 1 r to the 5th equals 192. So next, I hope nakuha ko natin. Kung sa ating arithmetic sequence, yung ginagawa natin ay nag-eliminate tayo by means of subtraction. Sinasubtract mo natin both sides of the equation. For geometric sequences po, one way is you could actually divide them, or you could utilize your laws of exponents and break them apart, like this one. Diba, yung A sub 3 is A sub 1 r squared. Pero yung para maka-come up ka sa A sub 1 r to the 5th, you have to multiply r squared with r cubed. That's why A sub 1 r to the 5th was rewritten as A sub 1 r squared times r cubed equals 192. So if you could see from here as well, this is 3. That becomes 3r cubed equals 192. Dividing both sides by 3, that gives you r cubed equals 64. And getting the cube root of both sides gives you 4 as your common ratio. Actually, mayroon pang shortcut sa common ratio. Ito lang yung na-trip ko talaga. Another shortcut is this. Divide mo to. 192 divided by 3. Ilan siya? 192 divided by 3? 64. Divide mo. A sub 1 r to the 5th divided by A sub 1 r squared. A sub 1 r to the 5th divided by A sub 1 r cubed, r squared. Ilan siya?
R cube.
R cubed, di ba? R cubed. That's why you have r cubed equals 64. Tapos, that's why you simply get the cube root of both sides. Okay po? Okay. Pero, since meron ka ng r equals 4, we can determine the first term by substituting it in any of those two equations. I chose to substitute it at A sub 1 r squared equals 3. So replacing r by 4, I got A sub 1 times 4 squared equals 3. 4 squared is 16, and dividing both sides by 16, it's A sub 1 equals 3 over 16 as your first term. Next naman po ay dahil meron ka ng first term at common ratio, you can now derive or find the 8th term of this sequence. Or kung gusto mo, sige, ito na lang. So by substitution, n will be 8. So A sub 8 equals 3/16 times 4 raised to 8 minus 1 or 7. The 16, okay, and doing the rest na lang po, anyway, we have our calculators. gives us 3,072 as the value of the 8th term. Or, yung mas madaling method pa po siguro is, di ba, recursively speaking, to get a sub 7 times 4 ka, then times 4 ka rin to get the 8th term. So basically, it's 192 times 16. Am I right? 192 times 16?
Yes, sir.
Tama, no? Nag-multiply ka na lang ng 4 ng common ratio mo twice. Okay. Thank you po. 29. Insert two geometric means between 15 and 960. Ano kaya sa palagay mo yung tama? Saan kaya dyan? Let's see. May sumagot ng B. May sumagot ng A. Let's see kung tama kayo. Tingnan natin kung tama nga ba yung sagot ninyo. For this one, dahil meron kang dalawa, so this means that 15 is your first term. Remember geometric means. So yung dalawang terms na yon ay yung a sub 2 at a sub 3 mo are your geometric means. So it follows that 960 is your fourth term. Now, remember, if n is 4, because we have 4 terms, and from here, we will utilize again the explicit form of your geometric sequence. Replacing all n's by 4, you will have a sub 4 equals a sub 1 r to the 4 minus 1, or this one is a sub 4 equals a sub 1 r cubed na lang. But a sub 4 is 960 equals 15 r cubed. Dividing both sides by 15, that's 64 r cubed. Getting the cube root of both sides, your r is 4. That is why po, your common ratio is 4. And how do we get yung second at saka third term? Ano pong gagawin natin? What do we do? We will multiply our common ratio as we go from left to right. So what is 15 times 4? That's 60. 60 times 4.
240.
240. So those are your geometric means, and wala po sila sa pagpipilian. Hence, letter E po yung sagot natin, yung tamang sagot dito.
60.
Okay. So I hope nakuha po natin.
60.
Yes? Now, let's have one more problem for tonight. Okay, insert a mean proportional between 9 and 16. Did you go for 12, negative 12, both A and B, or neither A nor B? Ano kaya? Yung palagay nyo. Letter. Marami sa atin, may iba sa atin sumagot ng A, may ibang sumagot ng C. We will check po kung saan dito yung tama. 12, negative 12, or pwede both, or hindi pwede yung dalawa. So remember, when we say mean proportional po, it means only one geometric mean between the two terms. Take note, ha, mean proportional, it's understood that you will insert one geometric mean. So from here, since we have only one geometric mean, it follows that 9 is your first term and 16 is your third term. From here, we see that n is 3, and by substitution again to the explicit form of your geometric sequence, you will have, I will substitute or your n first by 3 because your n is 3. Sorry. So a sub 3 equals a sub 1 r2 r squared, because that's 3 minus 1 or 2. By substitution now of a sub 3 and a sub 1, we have 16 equals 9 r squared. Dividing both sides by 9, you have 16 over 9 equals r squared. So we will take the square root of both sides, right? Square root. But I hope you could remember from your grade 9 or from your Pythagorean theorem, or in extracting square roots method, if the index here is even, then you have to place a plus minus here. That's why the value of r is plus minus 16 over 9. The square root of 60, and if you take the square root of a certain fraction, you just get the square root of both numerator and denominator. That's why your common ratio is plus minus 4/3. And here it is. What is 9 times 4/3? Ilan siya? 9 times 4/3. That would be 12, di ba? Pero, pwede ka ring 9 times negative 12, times negative 4/3 rather. That is why it's also possible to have negative 12. In fact, kung positive 4/3 yung common ratio mo, you will have positive 12 as the geometric mean or the mean proportional. But if your r is negative 4/3, you will get negative 12 as the mean proportional. So it's both A and B, letter C po yung ating tamang sagot. Katanungan po. If there is none, I will stop the recording.